Hey, I want to share a simple technique with you today that you can use immediately after watching this video that can, in an instant, dissolve fear or anger or self-criticism or conflict. It's really powerful and it's really beautiful, and I've been using it for years, and you may know about it, and so this video will help you use it more, and this may be brand new to you. But I'll demonstrate it actually with a story and then tell you how I used it. So just the other day, I was needed to go to work. I had a meeting, and my younger son, who's 5.5, had, while I was in the shower, got into our closet. We have like a double closet door, so two doors that open apart from each other, and the handles are right near each other. And he'd taken a ball of rubber bands, and he'd put maybe 150 rubber bands around the two door handles. So if you try to open the doors, they don't open apart. You can't get into your closet. I need to get in my closet. I got to get to this meeting. I get out. I'm kind of stressed. I'm like, oh man, like I need to get my clothes. Like, and he's like, ha 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 ha. And so then I'm trying to pull off the rubber bands, and I get like, then they all clump together and they're not working. And I'm just like, fuck it. So I go and get a serrated knife from the kitchen, and I just start hacking through them. And he starts crying. He's like, no, you're cutting them. And I was like, dude, I need to get my clothes. And you know, there were other solutions. Like I had some stuff drying downstairs I probably could have just used. And I wasn't thinking clearly. It was more like he's interfering with me. And I'm probably a little bit stressed about the meeting I have coming up. And so he's crying then. And then he's like sobbing. And then I like get my shirt on. And then I'm like, I got to get to this meeting. And then I'm also like, I could just be like, hey, look, I got to get to the meeting. My wife will take care of it. It's fine. But just something like just wasn't sitting right. And so I use this technique. What's this technique? It's called Ho'oponopono. And it's this Hawaiian approach to a spiritual, the origins are actually interpersonal too, like healing family discord and other issues. But there's a lot of depth to it, but sort of at the simplest level is to repeat 4 phrases again and again in your mind. And the phrases are, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And, you know, if you're doing this on your own, you could just do it in your own mind. You could be stressed, and you just start saying in your mind, close your eyes, breathe, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. You might have a sense of what you're saying it to. Maybe you don't even know what you're saying it to. I find the more you do this, you start to discover where you're saying it. Maybe you're saying it to yourself. I love you. I'm sorry for being so hard on you. Forgive me. Please forgive me. Thank you. Maybe there's a conflict that you're having. You're scared of someone's disapproval. You're feeling guilty. Just like them not even around, just in your own mind. Like, I love you. Think about them. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And you might also notice where you have a little bit of like, I'm not going to apologize for nothing, like, oh, interesting. Even when they're not around, like my pride is in the way where I don't want to say I'm sorry, and if you just look at the message of these 4 phrases, right? Like they're kind of these core human heart, spirit connectors, right? I love you. That's the big one. But I'm sorry. How essential is that for relationships to be able to say, I'm sorry? Please forgive me. There's like a humbleness in that one. To not just say I'm sorry, but like, please forgive me, like asking. And then thank you, gratitude, one of the powerful emotions and interpersonal experiences there is. So I realized I could just storm out the door, or I'm like, you know what? So I just sat down on this little stool we have, and I'm about his height, and I just like, Money, can I hug you? And he's like, no, he's so angry, and his face is all red, and he's crying, and he's like, you cut the purple ones. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. And as soon as I said that, he just started to soften. And then it was enough where I could pull him in. I gave him this big hug. And I just started holding him, and I started saying, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And the second time I got to please forgive me, his body just like kind of melted into mine. And then after another round, his breathing slowed and his crying stopped. And then meanwhile, his brother ran out and got another, he had like a pack of 4 of these rubber band balls. And so he brought him one. He's like, does this have the ones that you like in it? And he's like, yeah, that is the purple ones. And the moment shifted and everything, changed. And this might just sound like it's a story about me with a little boy, but what if this is a story about you and me and all of us of like, don't we have a little kid inside of us that's crying because someone didn't like us, or that's hurting because we might feel like we're going to lose something, or that we're not enough, or we feel left out, or we feel inadequate. I mean, how much pain is there in these little parts in there? And I'm just like, meet them with like, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. So just experiment with that. It's got such a beautiful healing quality to it. And one last thing I'll say about why I think it's so powerful is because we're so affected by the nonstop stream of thought chatter. And a lot of it's negative, a lot of it's self-critical. And when you do this, it's almost like a mantra. You're just gently and at a slow pace repeating these phrases either out loud with your mouth or just in your head. And it's interrupting that thought stream, which is generally negative and self-critical. So you're not only implanting and moving your focus towards something so much more healing and inspiring and nourishing, you're also interrupting that thought stream. So super powerful technique. Give it a shot. Share in the comments below your experience with it. And if you want to look up more about it, check out Dr. Lem, L-E-M. Just type in also Ho'oponopono. Good luck with that one. H-O, open, like open a door, O-P-E-N, O-P-E-N. Just type in Ho'oponopono. Dr. Lem. You'll find some interesting stuff out there. There's videos. There's a guy, Vitali or something. There's an author. He's big in like the law of attraction world. Joe Vitali, I believe his name is, who got really into this guy, Howard Lem, Dr. Howard Lem. And he wrote a book with him, I think called Zero Limits, and there's videos and stuff. So you can just find out more about this and see if it resonates for you. But I'm a big believer in having a lot of tools, and you just pull out the one when you need it, like right there this morning with my son, and something that might have been painful in my heart or a little rift in our relationship that could have lasted a half a day or whatever is cleared in like 20 seconds. So where else could you use that in your life? All right, thanks for being with me. Until we speak again, may have the courage to be who you are and to know on a deep level that you're awesome. I'll talk to you soon.